Each week, Chick-Fil-A brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Aubrey, it's always best to have a plan to map out your future with targets you want to reach along the way. But sometimes even the best made plans can go astray. That is what happened with Elijah Perryman. Elijah Perryman is a D1 basketball player. He'll take his skills to Utah State next season, but Elijah's path to reaching this goal was tough. Elijah decided to leave San Francisco, where he lived with his mom. It was a tough decision for a 13-year-old. He moved in with his sister in Antioch. The goal was to improve in school and improve on the basketball court.
Was really no second thought. I love my siblings. To get him in a space to where, he can feel loved, he can feel protected. He doesn't have to worry about what's going on around him. That's all I cared about, really.
She's meant a lot, I was born and raised in San Francisco, and she lived out here around this area, and after middle school, I moved out here and, just a change, it's different from the city, not just hanging around, just being outside, just coming here, doing something constructive, playing basketball, playing for a good coach, she meant a lot to me just to take me in for 4 years and just everything, going through the battles, going through everything. It was really appreciate her for what she did for me.
I played freshman as a freshman, and then had an incredible off season, just worked his tail off, and next thing you knew, he was one of the better players in NorCal as a sophomore. And I feel like that kind of set the trend here that, we're trying to develop players, and that's the most important thing to us is getting better.
During his sophomore and junior seasons, Elijah became one of the Bay Area's very best players. His mom and dad, who had separated, would join his sister, cheering on this talented player. It all led to this past offseason when Elijah committed to play next year at Utah State.
The coaches were great. It was a great experience and somewhere I could see myself in the future.
With the dream of playing D1 basketball fulfilled, Elijah looked forward to shining in his senior season with the Ugly Eagles. That dream was crushed early in the season when Elijah broke a bone in his foot. His senior year was likely lost.
At the time, I was like, no, it was in the first quarter. I was just thinking hey, how can I get back out there? At the time, I'm thinking hope it's nothing serious, but at the same time, I want to get out there and play. We're winning. It was a big tournament for us. For us to prove something, and I just first thing was how can I get back out there? And then I tried to play again. Wrapped it a little bit, and just it wasn't the same. And I just it was tough,
It was really tough, especially because it was in the preseason game, so I didn't really get a chance to see him play this year. But I told him just to take his time, heal. He did a lot at Clayton Valley, so, just heal. So next year, you're starting freshman at, for college, you have the opportunity to go fully healed and give it all you got there.
It's disappointing. I will say I care about him like he's family. So on one hand, it absolutely is crushing for me because, we've always envisioned this last year together and him taking this program to even a new level. He's already raised it to a level it hasn't been at, in my opinion, and this is going to be the ultimate quest here. But at the same hand, I think he's on to bigger and better things.
Now Elijah supports his team from the bench, cheering on the players and giving his advice. The plan didn't go exactly as expected, but the main goals of improving on the court and in the classroom were achieved.
Extremely proud. I don't think that any of us could have imagined Elijah being in this position. He didn't have an easy road to where he is now.
Elijah does hope to play again this season, but if not, he's content with his accomplishments at Clayton Valley and ready to bring it next year at Utah State. And good for his sister really helping him out.
Absolutely. The support system is exactly how he's going to thrive. He's going to be successful at the next level.
Yeah, and especially when things go wrong, to have that family there, fantastic.
Absolutely. Thank you, Robert.